Well, friends, hello there, and welcome to my channel, uh, SUV Outdoor Explorer. I'm standing right here, and behind me you can see all my camping equipment, which I'm going to be loading into my SUV to take a camping trip to Lake Mineral Wells in Mineral Wells, Texas. It's a state park, and I plan to visit as many state parks within the state of Texas as I can this year and next year. Um, my video is mostly going to be checking out the lake, do some fishing, riding my bicycle, checking out things to do at the park, and then I'll spend a couple of days and nights, and I'll come back and sort of give you guys a review of what I think of the park, the lake, the fishing, the bike ride, and everything else that there is to do at the park. I've heard good things about Lake Mineral Wells. I have watched a few YouTube videos where everybody gives it good marks, high marks, and most people seem to be very pleased that they went there. This will be my very first time at this particular state park, and I'm going to check it out for myself, and I will give you my opinion of my visit and my camping trip. So I'll see you at the end of the video. So this is kind of crazy because to go to the campsite, you have to drive through this spillway where the water level of the lake is actually above you, and you're driving just below water level. This is unique. You can't really see it right now, but you saw it as I was coming down the hill that the water level is actually higher. I stopped at a little grocery store here that they have inside the park. I wanted to buy some live bait, and unfortunately on Tuesdays they're closed, so I'll have to use artificial lures today. So I'm going to take a quick walk around here. You can see the lake in the background. It's a little breeze blowing, not too bad right now. It's pretty nice. I'm not at my campsite just yet. I just stopped here, like I said, to buy some bait, and that didn't work out. So I'm going to do a quick view of the lake, part of the lake, and then I'm going to go ahead and move on down and find my campsite and set up. See you in a few. So there it is, campsite 1 through 108. Go this way. Well, here I am. I'm about halfway unloading my SUV with all the camping equipment. One thing I wanted to do was to set up the tent, because I knew by myself that was going to be a little difficult, not impossible, but it's better with 2 people setting it up. But I managed. Took me a while. The hardest part was putting the canopy in for the rain on top. That actually takes 2 people, but I found a way. So that's my tent all set up. Now I need to start moving stuff in it, and then I'm going to change clothes and probably ride my bicycle for about an hour or so, and then later on I'm going to plan to do some fishing early evening. So there's my bike. And here's a view of my camping site. Getting ready to go for a bike ride. It's 5:15 p.m. Maybe I'll ride for about an hour, come back around 6:15, eat dinner, and then we'll see what happens tonight. See you in a few. Hey, that's why my channel is called SUV Outdoor Explorer, meaning go out there and see things, explore things. And when I go on these camping trips, it's not just to stay at a state park and do a little outdoor camping. That's part of it, very important part, but I also want to see points of interest, you know, areas of interest, whether it's a historical area or whether it's something, a restaurant or whatever it may be. No matter where you go in Texas, any state park, any town, there's always something to see, something interesting. For instance, right here in Mineral Wells, there is a Vietnam War veteran memorial place that I am going to be checking out tomorrow. And it means something to me because I'm a Vietnam veteran, and I remember when I went to Washington, D.C. to the Vietnam War Memorial. That was very emotional for me. And over here, here in Mineral Wells, there's a place. Now, I haven't been there yet, so I don't know what it's all about, but as long as it's a point of interest, something to see, something interesting, I'm going to check it out. There's supposed to be a bike trail here at Lake Mineral Wells State Park that is like 20 miles long. It takes you into Mineral Wells. Not Mineral Wells, it takes you into Weatherford. Weatherford is the next town over. Not that close. Again, it's like the trail is 20 miles long, so from here to there is about 10 miles, and then 10 miles to come back. So it's 20 miles round trip, I believe. That's how it works. I'm not ready quite yet to ride 20 miles straight. I haven't gotten into bicycle shape yet. But I think I can do 10 miles easy. So down there, right behind the bench, the picnic table, there's a deer. You can barely notice. I don't want to get too close, I may scare him away. There's a deer in front of me. There was a deer as I was coming down the hill, and he was getting ready to cross the road, and he just stopped. I don't know, like a real person, he just stopped waiting for me to get by and another car to come through. But the car that was coming the other direction, he stopped, and then I slowed down and I tried to stop, and then, I don't know, I guess I scared him away, and he just jumped back the other way and went into the woods, and who knows how far he's right now. I am trying for the second time to find the bike trail. Couldn't find it the first time. Went back to my campsite, got a hold of my map, looked at it again, and I'm trying it again for the second time, and I think so far so good, because I have to go through this spillway, and this is the way I came into the campsite earlier, and the level of the lake is kind of low right now, but typically when you go through this spillway, you are lower than the water level. You're right below it. I see some people fishing right here by the bridge or by the spillway, and not sure if they're catching anything, but they're fishing from a boat. And this is the spillway right here. It's crazy coming into this campsite. You got to go right through the lake. It's like a dam, and right now I am below the water line. It's the craziest thing. So I just went through the spillway, came up this big steep hill that kind of took my breath away, and now I see a sign that says Lone Star Amphitheater. And that's where I need to go. I believe that's where the bike trail starts. So this time I'm going the right way. So far. Not sure how much longer. By the time I get to the trailway, it's I may be so tired, don't have any energy left to do 10 miles. But we'll see. Right now I'm going up this steep hill here. You can't tell from the video, but this is a very steep hill that I'm climbing. And I'm going to stop recording and concentrate on getting this hill out of the way. So I finally found this bike trail, and I'm on it right now. I've been on it for a couple of minutes. It wasn't easy to find, but finally I saw it. Here I am. Okay, so I'm coming up to Merrell 6 Mile to the right. Okay, so I'm gonna take this Merrell trail. It's supposed to be about 6 miles. That should be okay. So I've hit this other ranch after crossing a second bridge, and it's almost 6:45. Probably have 1 more hour of daylight, so I'm going to turn around and go back before it gets dark. See you at the campsite. So I got my cup. This water is boiling. To be careful I don't burn myself. Here we go. Here's my honey. I don't use sugar anymore. remove. There you go. That's enough honey for now. My trash bag here. And then I'm going to put my tea in here. Pretty good tea. It's a green tea made by Lipton called matcha. There you go. Now I gotta get my spoon and stir this up. It's 9:30, a little late, but it's fine. I'm gonna make some tea, eat some breakfast, and then I'm going to the store to buy some bait and go fishing. Sorry about that, folks. I had a strong wind knock down my tripod and with my phone on it, and I thought I had cracked it, but it's okay. But that gives you an indication how strong the wind is, because it's strong enough to knock down my tripod, which is about 5 feet high right now as I'm videoing, recording this fishing session.
Yeah, that's a good pier sometimes.
Yeah, there was a guy who just left. That's where he went.
Oh.
Yeah. He said, I'm going back to old reliable. I always catch fish.
Yeah.
At 23. Have you fished this pier before?
Yeah, lots of times.
What did you catch?
Mostly crappie.
Mostly crappie? With minnows?
Minnows.
Yeah.
And a few jigs.
Yeah.
Last time we was here, my buddy was catching them real low, right against that wall. About 2 foot.
Really? How long ago was that?
A week ago or so.
Really?
But it's always better at nighttime for some reason.
Really? Like in the early evening or what?
Like after lights comes on, after 8 o'clock, 9, 10.
Yeah? For real? That late?
And later. And I'm always here all day, don't catch nothing until it gets dark. We're gonna get some minnows.
Oh, maybe I'll come back tonight.
Yeah. We come after dark and keep it good.
Yeah.
We always keep it out here in the shallow.
This water is not very deep, right?
Huh?
This water is not very deep.
Oh, it's deep.
Is it?
Out there, it's deep.
Yeah.
But out here, it's shallow.
Well, I've been fishing about an hour with minnows and not even one bite. I'm gonna switch to night crawlers worms. So here is my first crappie at Lake Merrell Wells. Let's hope we can catch a few more. Amen. Also in Merrell Wells is Fort Walters, and this is where the Army used to train its helicopter pilots during the Vietnam War. And here is the National Vietnam War Museum, which I mentioned earlier in the video. I came in to visit, a short visit. They only stayed maybe 10 minutes, and took pictures and checked the place out. And they also have uh, like a small scale replica of the uh, War Memorial in Washington, D.C. So, folks, I'm in my studio now. I am editing this video of my trip to Lake Mineral Wells in Mineral Wells, Texas. This is the first video for my channel, sort of like an intro video. I had a good time in Mineral Wells. I was there for 2 days, 2 nights. Slept in my tent one night, slept in my car the other. I have converted my Toyota RAV4 SUV into a mini camper with a bed platform and all that, which you saw in the video. And I went fishing. I rode my bike. I checked out the lake. Um, the park is great. Fishing wasn't so good the day I was there. I caught 3 fish total, but I was there at the wrong time. A guy next to me was telling me that the best way or the best time to fish would be like late evening, around 8 o'clock when they turn the lights on the pier. I never got to go back to fish at night, but in any event, fishing generally, as I was asking people at the park, it's pretty good in this lake, and I would generally recommend this state park to put it on your bucket list of parks to visit if you live in Texas or if you're going through Texas. Um, I will be visiting other state parks this year. I plan to visit as many Texas state parks as I can in 2022. Probably do more of the same in 2023. I will be also trying to plan trips, camping trips to national state parks. Places that come to mind would be like Yosemite or Yellowstone. Uh, you know, Big parks like that are world famous. There's a lot of them around the country. But to start my journey, I would like to stay within my state of Texas and check out their state parks. Do videos about them, what's good, what's not so good, um, and sort of give you my opinion of what I think. But this lake that I just visited, Mineral Wells, I think it's pretty nice, and I would like to go back. Not sure if I'll be able to go back this year because I have already the rest of the year scheduled out of other parts that I want to visit. But if I do get back, it'll be because I like the place. I had a good time, and it's worth it to go back. So, without further ado, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your support. If you like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel, which is SUV Outdoor Explorer. And I will see you in my next video.